Hello YouTubers and knife people. I'm going to do a quick review of the Ontario Pilot Survival Knife. Well, not really a review, more of a first impression, and it's a good one. As you can see, I got one of these papers, POU, quality, handle, steel, feel, sheath. I got this idea from NutnFancy. You'll know what I'm talking about if you watch his videos. Well, I start off with a sheath. It's a nice sheath, leather. Once again, I love leather sheaths. I can't emphasize how great a nice leather sheath is. Kydex, it's plastic, it's annoying, clacky, whatever. Leather just feels good. Yeah, maybe in rain, water, it might get soaked or heavy. You know what? I can always just hot wax my leather sheaths, and then they'll be waterproof. Not a problem. I love leather. Alright. The knife comes, I bought this off of a bladeforums exchange off Rab2. He's got a bunch of fixed blade knives he's trying to sell. Great guy, great service. Anyhow, the knife comes with sheath, a little sharpening stone that goes right here, and the knife itself. Let's get to the knife. The knife has a little bit of a choil area here, probably just to make it easier to manufacture. Not actually big enough to actually put your finger in unless you have some really small fingers. Here, it's a saw back. This is not for sawing wood. Sure, you can notch with it and whatnot, but this was made to cut through aircraft aluminum. It's a pilot survival knife. You just turn it upside down. You can saw through aircraft aluminum to get yourself out of the plane, and then after that it was a survival knife. I love the handle. It's a leather washer handle. Over here when I got it, let me get a pointer out. Once again, a la NutnFancy, I'm using a Queen D2 Stockman, large Stockman. Anyway, over here you can see, not sure if you can see. You can see that one of the leather washers don't line up perfectly. What I think it might have happened is when what happens, how they make these is they put the leather on, and then they squeeze it, and they squeeze on the butt cap and peen the tang or rivet the tang. I think what happened here, they squeezed a bit too hard and it just deformed. I don't care. Makes no difference to the knife. It still works exactly as it should. Yeah, makes no difference to me. Here on the butt cap it says Ontario. Camera can't focus on it. Oh well, Ontario 5-01. Not really sure. I know that that's the manufacturing date. Actually, maybe it's not. Who knows? Whatever. Feels great in hand. The handle's long enough for my hand. My hands are medium sized. They're not big. It's wide enough. The knife's got some heft. It's got some heft. It's not heavy, but it's not extremely light either. It's not like a Mora light. It's pretty thick. It's almost a 1/4 inch thick, 3/16 of an inch thick. It's not extremely thick, but definitely not thin. This knife will handle some batoning. You just can't hit on the handle. That's when the tang bends. Never broke though if you watch Nas's videos. I love his videos. It's got a sharpened upper clip here, as you can kind of see the light glinting. It came from the factory this way. I'm gonna end up knocking that off. This is basically for me a woods bumming knife, and I don't really plan on stabbing too many people. Yep, it's got a handlebar. Some people say this thing gets in their way. They're trying to choke up, but not me. Doesn't really get into my way. Maybe that'll change with extended use of the knife, but it's not getting in my way so far. Where is it? I can see myself, doing carving or whatever. Out of the box, or from the factory I should say, because I didn't buy this. I'm not the first owner. It is extremely dull. It's just dull. It ain't cutting. It has a burr on it. I didn't sharpen this yet. I'm gonna make a video sharpening with this little stone actually, just to see, you know, in case you're stuck out there and you gotta sharpen. It is very dull, but for me that's no problem. I don't care how sharp it comes from the factory, because I'm gonna end up putting my own edge on it anyway. I feel like that just makes a knife mine. It's got a slight, very slight fuller. I don't know if you can see it on video, but it's right here. It's right there. That's where it is. On that side and on this side. That's just my fingernail coming off on the coating. It's not the coating coming off from my nail, so there's no need to worry. It's like, you know, if you scratch sandpaper. I find that this sawback makes some great jimping. It really catches your thumb well. My hands are pretty calloused, you know, whatever. So they're not picky. I don't have picky hands. The knife has 2 holes right there, so you can lash it to something to make a spear. I don't recommend that. I'd rather you use your knife to make a spear, so you have a spear and a knife, not a spear and a broken knife. Yep. Onto the sheath. Sheath is nice. It's got some rivets here for toughness. That's metal right there. That's metal. It's metal backing. They made this for pilots, so if you had to jump out of a plane, the knife would not go through the sheath and into you. That's what the metal's for. I like it because it's cool. I don't plan on jumping out of planes anytime soon. Belt loop could leave a little bit to be desired. You gotta do that, maybe a little bit awkward, but it works, so I'm not complaining. This was a $30 knife, cheap. I'm not complaining about anything. This is gonna be a beater knife. Actually, I'm planning on doing a winter hike, winter overnight actually, using only this knife. I'm gonna, you know, just as a skills video. I'll post a video about it and a write-up on blade forums, wilderness and survival skills subforum. Yep, it's a saber grind. It goes up to here. It's completely flat, 3/16 inches thick, and then it'll taper down to the edge, to this point on the edge. It'll just flat grind there. It's not hollow grind. It's a flat grind there, and then you have a V grind bevel. It's carbon steel. I love carbon steel. Basically all my knives are carbon steel. I really don't buy any stainless steel knives besides folders, and I don't have many of folders. Even this guy's carbon steel, D2. D2's it's almost stainless carbon steel. I really like it. Holds a great edge. This is 1095. 1095 is great steel. It's tough. It sharpens extremely easily and takes a very fine edge. We're running out of time here. I hate this 10-minute limit. To POU, point or philosophy of use. This is not a chopper. Don't chop with this knife. You're gonna be chopping away for ages. This can handle batoning. Again, you can't baton big logs with it. Just split off section by section on the sides, and you'll be fine. It's a survival knife. It's a medium-sized survival knife. I don't plan on doing chopping. I don't plan on, you know, cutting through rocks with this guy like many busse knives can. It's great medium-sized survival knife. It's almost like a cheap alternative to a rat cutlery, or ESEE now, RC5 or RC4. Quality of everything, I think it's very high quality. Besides this one little thing over here, there's nothing wrong with it. Feels great in hand, very balanced. This nice big skull crusher hammer pommel makes it very well balanced. Yep. Well, that's about it. I didn't follow this to a T, but basically covered everything. Yep. Thank you very much, and have a nice day, guys.